Hi, welcome to another episode of First Connect. This is a webcast of First Baptist Church, and it's your bridge from one Sunday to the next. It's a place to connect with people, places, ideas, events, all those cool things, right?
Absolutely. Now, Lance, when I do this, tell me what you see.
When you're trying to act like a hand, it's a hand. Are you acting like a hand model here? What's the deal?
What do you see as you look at my hand? What do you guys see when you look at my hand?
Well, you got a wedding band on, so we know you're married.
Okay.
You got 5 fingers, which is good.
Okay, so let me just get to the point of this. You probably just saw that commercial at the beginning of the show here. Oh. When we talked about the idea for that commercial, I mean, really, like, the hangman idea was kind of my idea.
Yes, it was. Very good idea.
But that wasn't my hand.
Well, it was not your hand. That would not have been a good idea.
I was told that couldn't be my hand because my hand
aged
is too old and too coarse and too hairy. And I just don't know if that's fair.
Well, maybe hold your hand up to the camera again, and we'll let the audience decide.
You know, look, here's the deal. I'm sure. Look, Kelsey did a great job with that. I just think I could have been given a shot.
Well, you could have
to record that.
We were looking for softer, less coarse,
less old hands to be able to use. She did an outstanding job. You guys should definitely come to Flannel Fest. Oh, yeah. Lance, we're gonna get into the home front with the home front happenings.
Yes.
What's been going on with the Brewer household?
Happenings. Yeah, so I'm going to flash a picture up here on the screen for the folks to see. So this is us gathered around. We're having tailgate.
Oh.
We're tailgating on the back deck of my in-laws. And we enjoy watching the football game, the Razorbacks. Woo!
Did you just...
I did. I know.
Did you just...
I did do pistols firing.
Your Oklahoma State prejudice...
Pretty big gap.
Like, around here we do this.
I know what you do. I know. It reminds me of my first Sunday here when, actually my Sunday I was in View of a Call.
Okay.
I think I told you this story.
I don't know.
I came here in View of a Call in early December. And I grew up in Oklahoma, went to Oklahoma State.
Right.
I was a Cowboy, not a Sooner. So that's kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
You are who you are there. And came here, but I knew about the Razorbacks and the Woo Pig Suey and all those things. And so college students are there, first Sunday in December. I'm in View of a Call, mind you. This is the day that they vote to decide whether I come here or not. Yes. I'm up in front of the church, 500 plus people in the room, giving my brief testimony. Right. And one of the things that said, hey, I'm an Oklahoma State Cowboy. To the core, but I am going to learn to call the pigs. And I said pigs. And didn't even know that I did something wrong there. And college students immediately go, it's the hogs. I mean, they just called me out. They're in the worship service. And so
they voted you in anyway.
They voted me in anyway, so evidently the system works.
So you guys tailgated on the back deck.
We did tailgate on the back patio, watching the Razorback, Woo Pig Suey, there, and had a great time, cooked out burgers and this kind of thing.
Good.
And so finding ways to tailgate when you can't these days.
Good.
It was a good time. What about you?
I was trying to decide between ours. I'm just going to go with this. I think you guys already have one of these. Eric has been asking for a while about getting a Roomba, and we finally did it. And it's been funny with our kids. And sometimes John will come in. It's stuck. He's doing that thing. So you name it and that kind of thing. Eric's like, what do we name it? The name we actually gave it is Happy Good Boy, which is an inside joke in our family. Okay. But Erica and I used to play some World of Warcraft together.
Okay.
And with her character on there, she played a hunter on there that has a pet, and so her pet was named Good Boy, and that eventually turned into Happy Good Boy. And here we are, all these years later, 10 plus years later.
Oh, the nostalgia!
And it is now the name of our vacuum.
Your vacuum. Yes, Roombas. We just call it Roomie.
That's right.
In our house, and it continues to bring joy into our lives because my wife even last night when we walked in after being away most of the afternoon evening, walks into our bedroom and the carpet has the vacuumed look.
Oh.
And she just stops, and I'm walking behind her. I'm like, what? Right. She goes, I just love Roomie.
Just get a little tear in her eye there, man.
Hey, whatever makes them happy.
Well, around the church this week, we've had some fun things happening, good things. I would say stuff is really picking back up.
Yeah, it's feeling more normal.
And so, again, I had another idea.
Always do.
When we were talking about commercials we could do for Flannel Fest, it's like, man, what if we did some sort of like a scramble thing and people spelling this out? And so that turned into this idea. Let's make it a game.
Yep.
How did this go down, Lance?
So with the RAs and GAs on Wednesday nights, their program. So at the end of their program a couple of Wednesday nights ago, we matched up the guys against the girls, and they had these signs that said "First Family Fall."
Family Fall Fun. Flannel Fest and Farmland Adventures.
Yeah, so 9 different posters with all these on there. And the kids had to figure out, well, you'll see, because we got a video that's going to show you how it turned out. A little promo commercial. Hopefully we'll get to see this some other places as well. But enjoy this.
Well, that looked like a lot of fun. I saw my girls in there. I saw a lot of kids I recognized. You guys have fun doing that?
Had a great time.
Good.
And all. Yeah, it was good.
Well, guys, around here at First Connect, we're about doing what we say we're going to do and keeping our promises. And there's been raging demand to bring back another 1-minute story with Uncle Mike. Yes. And so this is a continuation of a story he told before. So, Mike, take it away.
But when I was probably second grade, I guess, I was 7. My best friend David Allen and I had been playing cars at his house. He loved to play cars. I did too. And but we had taken some of our mother's clothespins and put baseball cards on our bicycles to make them sound like motorcycles. And at that time, my bicycle was little. It was the one I got when I was 5. It's a 20-inch bicycle, which is not the same as today. It is a little bitty bicycle. So in my neighborhood, I lived in the Tower Heights edition of Jacksonville, Texas, which was on a hill. And there was a water tower at the crest of the hill, and it dominated the whole neighborhood. You could see it right out the plate glass window of our house. It was just there. And it was 6-legged, and around the base there were wild grapevines, and then the works that went down underneath the tower were there. So the older boys in the neighborhood would often go up there, and of course everybody's dad smoked, so they would swipe some of their dad's cigarettes.
Oh, time.
Mike.
So the guys would go up there and smoke, and this guy was headed there and was probably already nervous, and I came up behind him with my motorcycle sounding bike and pretending to run over and startled him. He turned around and grabbed the handlebars and threw me and the bike to the side, and I hit my head on the curb, knocked me out cold, and my friend ran to the house and told the lady who was supposed to be keeping me. She called Mom. Mom came and picked me up, took me to the hospital. I came to just as we got to the emergency room, and I was in the hospital 3 days with a skinned shoulder and brain concussion, and that guy had to come apologize and bring me a toy. So it turned out pretty good for me, except for the extended struggles with the brain concussion that continue till today.
How long were you in the hospital?
3 days.
Wow, what was that like?
It wasn't too bad. I got popsicles.
Riveting.
That it was.
Absolutely.
Speaking of riveting,
yes.
Today, which is Monday as we record this of this week, the 19th of October.
Monday, October 19th.
Monday, October 19th.
Okay.
This is the first day of, you're failing me, Early voting has
Early
begun
voting.
today. Maybe here in the state of Arkansas. I know here in the city
Have
of
you ever
Fayetteville.
voted early before?
I actually have.
I've never
About
have.
3 or 4 years ago,
Okay.
I did that.
Okay.
I really was glad to do it. I just have failed to do it since then. But my plan is to do early voting. So I thought with early voting starting, we should go ahead and do that. So I scavenged the creeks and ditches and all those places to try to find
Okay.
some ballots.
Okay.
Because I hear maybe there's some out there.
Okay.
And I actually got a hold of the ballots. All right.
Is this legal?
I got a couple ballots.
Is this-
Well, it is.
Oh, my goodness.
Because it's done first on First Connect, so we'll see if it's legal or not.
It's okay.
I've got a ballot for you.
Okay.
And,
Okay.
and I got a ballot. So
Okay.
here's your ballot. We're going to do a little voting
Ah.
here, and so I'm willing to go ahead and share how I vote on my ballot here. Transparency. Come on
Okay.
now. Come on. Okay.
All right.
So here we go.
Here we
so
go.
I'm going to my first vote. My
Okay.
first vote
Okay.
that I see here. I am voting. I've just got to say, Dave, I'm voting against more Zoom meetings. I'm against them. No more Zoom meetings, so I'm voting against more Zoom meetings. Anybody with me out there?
He's a man of his word. I noticed you voted against being at the business meeting last night on Zoom. So he's carrying out. I know you guys were gone. I'm
Yes,
just messing
I
with
was
you.
out, but hey, I do what I say.
I would like to cast one vote. I like to cast about 7 votes.
Okay.
For Barry Odom right now, defensive coordinator
yes.
for the Arkansas Razorbacks
Barry.
under our great leader Sam Pittman. Barry Odom, I think, is right on the brink of earning himself like a lifetime contract with Razorback fans out there.
Probably so.
The Razorbacks, the Hogs defense has been lights out this year. We saw it against both Mississippi schools. Yeah. They played well enough for us to beat Auburn, and they kept us in that ball game with Georgia too. That has been awesome to see. I didn't think we had enough talent on the team to do what these guys have done. That's been really cool to see.
Good vote. Good vote. I'm with you on that. All right. Okay, so I'm going to vote. This time I'm going to vote for something rather than against something. I'm going to vote for. I'm voting for Beaver Lake never to turn over again. If Beaver Lake could just not turn over anymore, I just want my water to taste the same and look the same all year long. I'm voting for that.
I could vote for that.
Okay.
And while we're on the subject of drinking things, let me cast a vote in the negative.
Oh, okay.
I would like to vote against Pepsi products in general. And I know for one, Jennifer Bogart, past guest of the show, would join me in that vote.
Okay.
Voting against Pepsi products, and specifically, I'm voting against Pepsi products for the rest of the week.
Okay.
With the family last night, we went out, ate some fast food.
Today?
Good fast food. Would have been better had there been Coke products instead of Pepsi products.
Okay.
And then we go again today. Again, good food. Just sullied a little bit in that Pepsi's not Coke.
Had to go Pepsi, huh?
The Pepsi challenge that was on all of those commercials 15 years ago and whatnot. I don't believe that. I don't believe that really a majority of Americans prefer the taste of Pepsi to Coke. I need to meet these people.
Yeah. So I think the counter commercial to that for Coke was "Keep it real" or "The Real Thing,"
Yeah,
something like that.
Something like that. Always. Coca-Cola.
Okay. All right. Voting against Pepsi. All right.
Oh, excuse me. I've got another one.
Okay.
Oh, I've got more. We were talking about this earlier today. I just want to say I love how it feels today. Give me that. Okay. Give me that cold mist.
The weather. All right.
Like almost all the time. Yesterday, coming into church. Rolling in, we have staff prayer meeting at 8 a.m. on Sundays. Okay. And there's kind of like a light fog in the air. We were out at the Alvarado's house Saturday night. A bunch of the students were for the twins' birthday. Yeah. And it's just that crisp,
good fall
football weather. Like here's my thing. I am voting for.
What's your vote?
Seasons arriving on time. Like it's fall. It's needed to feel like this for a while.
Yes.
Like I am not okay with summer weather all year long. There are some people that just kind of light up and beam when they're out there walking around outside sweating in October.
They glisten.
I'm not one of those people. I am voting for seasons in their proper places. When I go outside, and look, let me just apologize right now to Allison Smiley out there. I am good in December, in January, when I walk outside. And I'm gonna have some heavy stuff on. I want to see my breath.
Okay. Well,
I want to feel my ears. You know what? I want there to be some light pain because that's what those seasons are supposed to feel like.
I want that frostbite, maybe.
just that little bit. If spring could get on board, hold its temperatures, drop its allergies, we'd be golden.
So you want winter to be winter, fall to be fall, summer to be hot.
Let me just qualify that by saying if summer wants to act like spring, that'd be okay.
Well, okay. So that's your vote. You're voting for the seasons. True seasons.
Love the seasons.
Well, you know, you hear in voting, the idea of the cancel vote, where one vote cancel out the other. You vote for this person, I vote for the other person.
I don't think I like where this is
going.
going.
So I think I'm gonna have to. I think this might qualify as a cancel vote to that because I am going to vote against.
No.
I'm just going to vote against having seasons. I'd rather there just be just one mild way about the weather. Hey, here's the deal. Let me tell you why.
Okay.
Because it would help me in my clothing budget. In my fashion choices, think about shoes would be so much easier. Do I wear the heavy boots today? It's going to be cold enough for that. Do I need something that's going to handle the wet or the slush? Is this flip-flop weather? Or do I don a pair of tennis shoes where my feet might sweat? It would I would know. I could just be prepared. It would make it. So I vote against.
From what I hear, maybe Justin Pasley could use a senior adult minister out there in San Diego. Just thinking that. But around here, Fayetteville, Arkansas, we do the seasons really well.
We do.
We do them really, really well. Is it my vote?
Yes, your vote.
Oh, I got a big vote to cast
what's your
here. Fayetteville's a great place to live. It's a great city.
It is.
And I want to cast a big old vote for Fayetteville Parks and Rec. Love these guys.
I cheer for that.
We'll start with this. Byron Humphrey happens to go to our church.
Great reason to vote for Rec.
Huge part of the Parks and Rec department out there. Love the Humphrey family. Got a couple of them in my ministry and whatnot. That's reason number one. Reason number two. We took the students out to Kessler yesterday. They're about 30 or so. We went out to Kessler Mountain Regional Park. If you haven't been there, on the south side of Fayetteville.
Big park.
Huge. And it's gorgeous. It's kind of got this overlook into the city here. It looks great with just enormous, big, old, open playing fields. The ground, the footing is great, built for that. So we played some ultimate frisbee, played some soccer. Good. Huge fan of that. And my last part to this equation of why I'm voting for Fayetteville Parks and Rec is because they did their best in the midst of COVID this fall. They ran little soccer clinics and spaced kids out a whole bunch. But we got the email today saying we're really hoping to bring back the spring soccer leagues next year, which my kids play in. Okay. So Anna and Nathan, and we're about to get John started in this stuff too. So I am hoping for that. Soccer. And I love Fayetteville Parks and Rec.
Good vote.
That's
Good
all
vote.
I see on my ballot,
that's
all I see on my ballot.
I think I should vote for that as well. Well, I tell you what, I've got another 4. I'm going to vote for. I am voting for one more political debate. well, as I say it, I think I need to amend that. Actually, Actually, I'd like to vote for us to have a debate.
One actual debate. Okay.
If we could have one debate, political debate committee, please just give us a debate.
The presidential debates. Okay,
that's what I vote for. A presidential debate, an actual debate.
Gotcha. Well, I don't see this one anywhere here on the ballot. I think we can all say 2020, vote 2020. Man, I'd be voting against COVID. If that were on the ballot,
for sure,
I would be saying down with COVID.
Hey, well, you know what?
What?
Write-ins are allowed.
Are there write-ins?
I'm writing that one in. I'm writing in no more COVID. I'm checking.
We can do that.
Write-ins.
Oh, I'll write that in. I'm voting against that, and I am voting for a full student ministry slate in 2021.
Yes.
I am 100% on board with that.
I think we should. Well, I think whether you vote for or against something, just get out and vote.
Absolutely.
Right? Just get out and vote. Hey, I want to finish up with some Faces of First Baptist. We've kind of done that early on as we started these First Connect things. But I'm going to tell you about a Face of First Baptist. Was mentioned last week in our interview with the Bogarts. They talked about some people that have been influential in leading them into ministry and service in life of our church. They mentioned in particular Rick and Karen McCoy. I had a chance just to grab Rick McCoy on video this past Sunday just to get a little bit about him. I thought it'd be cool if you could just hear a little bit about Rick McCoy. Enjoy this, and we'll see you.
Have a great week.
I'm Rick McCoy, but as I get older, I have to go back to my real name, which is Ricky, Rickey. Moved here to Fayetteville in 1980.
Okay. Bikes, Blues, and Barbecue. You helped to lead that ministry. What is that about?
It's about sharing the gospel with bikers. It's opening up the church, showing God's love for people and not excluding. The first year we didn't do anything, and then we talked and started doing the bike wash, and then eventually added the breakfast.
Family. Who you married to, your kids and your grandkids?
Okay, this is second wife. Karen and I have been married for 28 years.
Right.
We were married in this church by Jerry Mitchell. I have 2 boys. She has 2 boys. We have together 9 grandkids and 2 great-grandkids.
How long you been teaching, and why do you teach Sunday school?
Well, Karen and I started with the Young Married with Rick Tannenberger and Barbara and David Moore. And so we did that, and then we kind of graduated away from that, and I was just in a class for a while, and then Rick Tannenberger asked me to start teaching. And I told him if I taught it, it was going to be a remedial class. So that's what we call it, and I have a lot of help with that class and been doing it about 5 years. We started out with 2 or 3, and now on a good Sunday we'll have 10 or 12.
What do you enjoy most about being a Sunday school teacher?
Oh, sharing God's Word, sharing the gospel, seeing people develop and grow, and sometimes it's hard to get them to talk, but I'm an old football coach, and I kind of relate that way to them to try to get them. When you were coaching football, everybody had a skill. Some skills were better than the other. Not everybody is the quarterback, but you also have to have a center, a guard, a tackle, an end, and you got to play some defense.